What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another morning session with the Mass Poet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also make sure you turn on that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. Today, we're talking about my new song called Own It that I just wrote about 2 weeks ago, recorded about a week ago. We're going to talk about that today. We're also going to watch the full video. We're going to break it down lyric by lyric. This beat was produced by DaVinci. That's D-I-V-I-N-C-I. I'll put it in the description below so you can check him out. Check out some more of his tracks. If you're interested in getting some tracks from him, make sure you check them out. But today we're talking about Own It. And what this song is about is pretty much about owning who you are as a person and also literally owning things like money, investing. We want to invest in stock. We want to invest in ourselves, invest in business. Whatever you want to invest in, you want to make money work for you. And this is what this song is all about. All right, y'all, with that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into the song.
Please don't let me go. No, please don't let me go. Please don't let me go. No, please,
For years they tried to manipulate me, tried to make me into who they want me to be. But I'm so free, free as a bird to fly high, free as a slave who escaped the south to the shy. I have a free mind, I'm a free thinker, free from the chains that link us. Float on float, they can't sink us. Support black, give back, this how we get back. 400 years we were denied, paper stack. Ancestors paved the way so we can make a brighter day for the next generation to own their property. When my family was lynched, murdered and hung over by the railroad where old gospel hymns were sung. Don't be a victim to only consume, which could be your doom. And nothing left for your kids to bury you in that tomb, and nothing left for them to bloom.
don't make me do what you don't want me to do. Please don't let me go. No, please don't let me go. Please don't let me go. No, please, please, please.
The black dollar got power, spend 100 mil every hour. Put that into investments and watch the wealth shower. Generations to come, so many years beyond. We built this land, let's build on stocks and bonds. Don't just own Nike shoes, own them too. Get your shares 100 times 2. Wealth the debt, it's yours to choose. Proverbs 22, why be the servant when you can rule?
Alright guys, that right there was Own It. Again, produced by DaVinci. I hope y'all like that. Alright you guys, let's go ahead and play the song. Let's break it down lyric by lyric. Let's describe what I'm talking about in each line here. Let's go for it.
For years they tried to manipulate me, tried to make me into who they want me to be. But I'm so
Alright y'all, let's pause it right there. The first two lines was they tried to manipulate me, tried to make me into who they want me to be. Again, this is kind of going against those societal norms, because in society they say you should be this way or that way. They say you should work a 9 to 5, you should put your money in some 401k and then retire later. So I had to, they tried for years to manipulate me to believe that. They tried to make me into who they want me to be, but I had to break it. I had to break out, had to break free of the box, and this is what this song is about, breaking free of that box and finding out who you are. All right, let's hit that play button.
free as a bird to fly high, free as a slave who escaped the south to the shy. I have a free mind, I'm a free thinker.
All right, let's pause it right there. On one line I said, I'm free as a slave who escaped the south to the shy. I have a free mind, I'm a free thinker. Now, most of y'all probably know there's a lot of people in the South during slavery days would escape to the north. And that's what the Underground Railroad was for also. And they would escape to the north to get away from persecution, get away from slavery, the lynching, all that. The other thing is, I have a free mind, I'm a free thinker. Back when you were a slave, your mind was not free to think. Like if you had a thought, if you came up with something and it worked and it was a good invention and it was a great thought, that thought belonged to your slave master, your owner. So your thoughts were their thoughts. Your inventions were their inventions. So we lost out on a lot of money back then just because of that. But that's what I mean by I have a free mind, I'm a free thinker. Now, I can have my thoughts, I can freely think, and I can put those thoughts into action, and it's mine. Nobody owns it.
Free from the chains that link us. Float on float, they can't sink us. Support black, give back. This how we get back. 400 years we were denied.
Oh yeah. Okay, y'all. So on that line, those lines right there, it said support black, give back. That's how we get back. 400 years we were denied, paper stack. So, in a literal sense, like I said before, for 400 years, for hundreds of years, as black people, we lost out a lot of time to really build up that generational wealth, that wealth that can be passed down from generation to generation. But the white people, they had that opportunity to really build that wealth fast because we were working for free. So they didn't have to pay any labor cost, nothing like that. Labor was free. So they were able to build that wealth over so many centuries. And so that would put us way behind. That's what created that, what they call the wealth gap between the African Americans and the whites. All right, y'all, let's do this again. To own their property was lynched, murdered, and hung. Alright, so that line right there says, my ancestors paved the way so we could have a brighter day. So they went through all that persecution. They went through the turmoil. They went through the blood, sweat, and tears to get where we are today. So we could reap those blood, sweat, and tears they had to give in order for us to live better in this generation, in order for us to have that free mind to freely think, in order for us to be able to invest and create that wealth and try to close that wealth gap. And then the next line is that we want to be able to own that property where my ancestors were hung, were murdered, lynched, and hung. So we want to, now we trying to own that property. Especially in the South, we're trying to own that property where our ancestors were murdered, lynched, and hung. So that's a literal thing. Like that land that we own in the South, somebody was probably lynched there, murdered there, or hung there. Let's hit that play button again. So hymns were sung. Hold on, let me pause it right there. So, and then it said, I want to own that property where, where my old ancestors were murdered, lynched, and hung, over by the old railroad where gospel hymns were sung. Let's take it back to the Underground Railroad. When I say old gospel hymns were sung, they would sing these gospel hymns to find their way out, to find their way to the north. They would say, wade in the water, like wade in the water, wade in the water, children. And nobody could pick up on it. It was like secret code. They would use these hymns as secret code.
Be a victim to only consume, which could be your doom.
Hold on, rewind that.
The railroad where old
Gospel hymns with song. Be a victim to consume, which could be your doom. Nothing left to bury you in that tomb, and nothing left for them to bloom. Okay, so those lines right there, it says, don't be a victim to only consume, which could lead to your doom, and nothing left for your kids to bury you in that tomb, and nothing left for them to bloom. So what I'm saying is, don't be a victim to only consume. Again, we need to invest. We need to put money back into the community. So don't just consume and spend all your money. We got to save. We got to invest. Then the next line says, don't be a victim to only consume, which could be your doom, because overconsumption can eventually lead to your death. All right, and then that leaves your kids with nothing left to bury you in that tomb. So a lot of times, people don't have enough money invested or saved, and now their kids have to pay off their credit, or they have to pay for this funeral costs. You want to have that will. You want to have things in place so your kids don't have to worry about that when you do pass away. You want to have money for them to continue on and move on. All right, you want to leave something behind. Don't leave debt behind. Leave wealth behind. Leave some assets behind for your kids. That's what that's all about. And then it says there's nothing left for them to bloom. Again, that's those assets. You didn't leave any assets behind for them to really bloom. All right, let's go right back into it. All right, I'm gonna skip this hook. We're gonna go right into the next verse. All right, y'all, let's go into this next verse. Oh. Dollar got power, spend 100 mil every hour. Okay, so this says Black Dollar Gas has power. we spend 100 mil every hour because it's statistically speaking, black people, we spend about $1 trillion a year in consumption of goods. So we spend about $1 trillion a year. Think about that. If you put that money back into the black community, how much money we would have. How much money we would have. Look at the Jewish community, look at the Asian community. They always come together and they put their money together to build something better, build something stronger for the next generation. That's what we have to do as black people. We have to really put that money in and invest it. Again, we spend $1 trillion a year, which is broken down to $100 million every hour. We're spending $100 million every hour, y'all. Every hour. So think, if you took that $100 million and invested that money every hour. All right, let's go right back into it. The wealth shower. Oh, let me rewind that. The investments and watch the wealth shower. To this to come, 3 years beyond. Build on stocks and bonds. All right, right there I said we built this land, so let's build on stocks and bonds. Like I said, free labor. They had free labor for centuries in America, so they're able to build a huge infrastructure for free. When you're building an infrastructure for free, you don't have to pay anybody, of course you're going to be one of the richest countries in the world. So us as black people, as African Americans, we built this country. We built this on our backs. Our ancestors built this country. So never get that twisted, all right? We built this country. We made this thing happen. If it wasn't for us, this America would not be what it is today, all right? So let's go right back into it. Oh, let me rewind there a little bit. Let's build on stocks and bonds. Don't just own Nike shoes, own them too. Get your shares 100 times 2. So that one right there says, don't just own Nike shoes, own them too. Let's get our shares 100 times 2. So you don't want to just buy Nike shoes and just wear them. If you're wearing a product, whether it be Nike, Adidas, there's so many products I can think of, Colgate, whatever product you use, why are you just using it? Why are you just consuming it and making them richer? If that's something that you like, that you believe in that company, invest in their stock so you can get some of that money. So when you buy that shoe, you get a little bit back in your pockets too. So invest, don't just consume, okay? That's what it's all about. All right, guys, let's get right back into this song. Let's finish out with the last few lyrics here. 100 times 2. Debt is yours to choose. Proverbs 22. Why be the servant when you can rule? All right, then that last line, it says, Proverbs 22. Why be the servant when you can rule? Let me read Proverbs 22 to you. Let me find that. Let me get my trusty Bible app. I'm going to read that to you. Let me search it. All right, you guys, this verse comes from Proverbs 22:7. It says, the rich rules over the poor, and the borrower becomes the lender's slave. So that's why I ended with Proverbs 22. Why be the slave when you can rule? So it's just saying, rule over your money. Don't let the money rule you. Don't be in debt to somebody else. Don't do that to yourself. Don't overconsume. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Save and then buy it later. And again, make more investments. All right, you guys, that right there was On It. That's my new song again. Check out the video. If you want to go back, hit that rewind button. Check out that video. Check it out right now. Let me know in the comments below. Are you investing your money right now? If you are investing it, what are you investing in? Let me know some of your investments. Maybe it's something I haven't seen that I might want to invest in. So tell me that in the comments below. Also, let me know what you thought of the song. Leave that in the comments. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell so you can get these videos every week. And you can join me for a morning session with the Mass Poet. Let's get it, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.
Over by the railroad where old gospel hymns were sung. Don't be a victim to only consume, which could be your doom. And nothing left for your kids to bury you in that tomb. And nothing left for them to bloom.
Don't make me do